The Chicago Bears just got a double dose of good news as OTAs are getting underway. Now, this is great news. Jaquan Brisker, guys, he is officially back, ready to play without restrictions. And Bears safety Jaquan Brisker, he just shared the promising news on his X account following the first day of OTAs that should excite all of us as Bears fans. I'm really back. It's amazing, actually. No comparisons. I am the standard. If you remember, he suffered that concussion in week 5 of the 2024 season, missed the remaining 12 games. It is so good to see him fully cleared. And another dose of good news here. Clay Harbor had this to share about the OTA practice today. Karan Amagaje, he was actually taking the left tackle snaps with the ones. Taking 1 reps, and Ozzie Trapillo, he was taking the 2 reps at left tackle. Darnell Wright, he stayed on the right side. Yes, he is not moving. No pads. This is from Clay Harbor. From what I could tell, both of these dudes were having a solid day. So 2 pieces of really good news. And then Kevin Fishbane, he also shared who was not there today. Bears wide receiver Luther Burden III, he's actually dealing with a soft tissue injury. That's from Ben Johnson. Don't love to see that, but it's still early. And there are also some guys that we didn't see on the field. Kyler Gordon, Andrew Billings, Braxton Jones, Ryan Bates, Zach Pickens, ridiculous, Elijah Hicks, and Terrell Smith. Didn't see any of these guys at practice. And also we know that Colston Loveland, he wasn't going to participate. He's working his way back from that shoulder. But I don't know what you think about this. I kind of think Kyler Gordon just getting paid and missing OTAs immediately, unless there's a really good reason. I kind of think that's unacceptable. I don't like seeing that. And for Zach Pickens not to be there, guys, that guy's going to get caught. And Braxton Jones, he is still working his way back. So that's kind of my opinion on that. I don't love Kyler Gordon not being there, but this is still voluntary. So kind of getting back to Brisker. If you remember, this wasn't just one concussion that was concerning. It's the fact that this concussion last year in 2024, that's the 3rd one that Brisker has suffered in 3 years. It's great to see him back on the field again. The energy he brings to the field is absolutely irreplaceable. Now, but the thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to talk through his recovery. His recovery was unique. It required a lot of time, way more time than you typically see from a concussion, and also kind of break down how this is going to affect his play on the field if he's going to switch up his style. And it's almost out of a concern from him as a person, right? Great player, great guy, but hearing the links that this recovery process, what he had to do, what it included, it kind of has to give you pause for his welfare. And I'm going to break that down as well. Because essentially, the Bears starting safety said he had to retrain his nervous system after his 3rd concussion in less than 3 years. That's really significant. And as he goes into his contract year as well, he's come off 3 concussions in 3 years once again, but in a published interview, he remained really positive about his future with the Bears and his career in the NFL. So to hear directly from him, it really doesn't concern me at all, especially talking with my doctors, asking different questions, seeing how healthy my brain is. Everything went well. I got every answer that I needed. And this is a situation that many players would consider absolutely devastating, right? But Brisker instead is looking for it as a chance to rebound, a chance to be better than he was before, if that's possible. And this is an interview that he had with Kyle Oligard of the website CasinoBeats.com. This is a little more from Brisker. There's not a number on concussions. It doesn't say if you get 5, your career's over. I know people who've probably had, 6, 7 concussions right now in the league that are playing, and also guys that got paid. So there's not a number on the concussion. It's just how you feel, where your brain health is, and I'm in a great spot. So really, I had to retrain my nervous system. I don't know what the specifics are on that, but that is why I took so long. It wasn't my brain. It wasn't my head. It was really my nervous system. And once I retrained that, I felt great. So what am I going to do different? I'm going to change up my game just a little bit. I mean, I'm still going to hit people. They're still going to get it, but I'm not going to go too crazy. Yeah, I'll say it like that. So obviously he is going to change up his playing style somewhat. Hear it straight from him. I'm going to adjust my game, but if you really look at my game, that was like the only hit I ever had that gave me a concussion. So now I'm going to play cleaner, but people are still going to get hit. So the Bears must agree that he's ready to go. The Bears didn't really add any true safety competition this offseason. We're looking at having Brisker back in the fold, and he's going to play alongside Kevin Byard. It's going to be huge for the entire secondary having him back. I just hope he stays healthy. I would so much hate to see him get concussion number 4. And the Bears must have confidence, didn't fortify the safety position. So where the Bears are looking behind these two guys, we've got Elijah Hicks, Jonathan Owens, who's kind of a hybrid, Tavarius Moore, former Panthers player Alex Cook, and that's behind the two starters. So depth, it might not be as much of an issue. I'd like to see a little more there with his concussion history. Also, there's been some talk that Kyler Gordon might be able to shift over to safety in a pinch. Dennis Allen has a history of using his guys in the secondary in that manner, but here's just a little more from Brisker. It won't happen in the future, so to me, everyone, the coaches around the league are always giving me great dialogue. As long as I stay healthy, it's going to be all pro. And GM Ryan Poles, he also voiced that he really loves having this guy back and trusting that his health is in a place to play safely. The Bears have big plans for him. He's fired up. This is from Poles. He wants to win. He wants to be successful. And also Ben Johnson had a lot to say about him because he went up against him on the regular while calling plays for the Detroit Lions. And he's talking about he already has plans laid out, and he has some things that he wants to see Brisker work on. So this is what our head coach had to say. He's a guy that you've got to know where he is at all times. You've got to account for him. He likes to play down in the box. He likes to get involved. The one thing that I always thought that we could take advantage of was you could get him to have some bad eyes at times. So that's the thing we'll talk about, is to make sure he stays sound. He's playing disciplined football, but he's got great skill set. I think he's one heck of a football player. So we're kind of looking at this season as well. It's going to be a critical one for him, not just with injuries. It's because he's in the last year of his contract. So prior to his week 5 injury, we're looking at 40 total tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception, 2 pass deflections, and he just is all over the field. And last year, man, he was a spark for our defense, and he can't afford to have similar injury concerns strike again heading into the final year of his rookie contract. So that's more motivation for him coming back because he wants to get paid, because he just saw his fellow 2022 second-round pick Kyler Murray got a really well-deserved extension with the Bears. The team is rightfully hesitant to do the same thing with Brisker. So if he can prove that he can stay on the field this year, I think the Bears will gladly extend him, possibly before the season's over. It's really hard to say with that concussion history, but regardless, Brisker's presence, it's going to be evident on the field this week. It's so nice to have him back at Hallis Hall for OTAs. It's also really nice to see Karan Amagaje getting those reps at left tackle, and I can't wait to see the battle between Amagaje and Trapillo, and then also when Braxton gets back to health. This is going to be a really nice thing to have competition at the left tackle position. And with the interior of the line really solidified for the next 3 years, the entirety of Caleb Williams' rookie contract. We've also got Darnell Wright holding it down on the right side. This offensive line is going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a team strength. And I think if we play this right, we're going to have a top 10 line locked in for the entirety of Caleb Williams' rookie contract. And that's a very good thing, something we haven't seen in a very long time in Chicago. You guys let me know what you think. Who would you like to see win out at left tackle? What do you think the risk is with Jaquan Brisker coming back into the fold? We'll chop it up in the comments. Bear down, and we'll talk soon. See you tomorrow.